Alright, it's Tuesday, July 22nd at 7:30 a.m. Camera started a little funny, so cross my fingers that it doesn't pull some bullshit and, repairing corrupt file or some fucked up shit. Knock on wood. Don't want it to fuck up. Then it just fucks everything all up. So it runs good majority of the time. Most of the time it runs fairly well. So I guess I did a decent job there. Oh, that's fantastic. I forgot to put my workout shorts on. See, I know I forgot something. Anyways, again, I showed you, today's Tuesday, mile walk and abdominals. Leg is, well, it's always fucking swollen, but it's the degree of swollen that it tweaks me out. So it's being more swollen, it's more tender. So, yeah, so I have to be careful, even more careful. Glad there's no blemishes or scabs, or my legs are fairly, knock on wood again, fairly, actually they're free of any of that stuff. So, which is great, because when they're more swollen and it there's an opening of some kind, lymphatic fluid loves to flow out there like it's just a fucking river sometimes. So it's anyways, so it's mile walk Tuesday and abdominals, and I will be using the 10-pound weights today. I'm feeling pretty good. Slight disorientation behind the eyes. I'm beginning to believe that's more of a, due to my back, I look like a damn question mark type of shit, and I'm staring more at the ground. I'm not, in order for me to look level like normal, I have to like lean way back, and it's actually funny because, as you grow up and stuff, your body grows into your posture and how you are, right? And as my back crunched over the past decade, it's having to calm my inner ear and everything, and all my circulatory systems had to accommodate me crunching over, and my head actually being hung more, right? So I got more pressure in my head, being that more blood is like, gravity-wise goes up to my head and then kind of hangs down towards the front of my face, and I have more pressure on my face then, and again, more pressure behind the eyes, cause a little disorientation. I can feel more pressure on my face, being that, cause I can't, like, in order for me to like have my head, level with the horizon, like, a normal head should look, I have to lean way back, and it's extremely uncomfortable, and I can't even walk. I can't walk that way. So, and the fucked up thing is my head has been, the way my head's been hanging for so long, when I do put my head level again, it actually, like, my body, like my inner ear and my brain isn't accustomed to looking this way, because it hasn't for over about a decade. So it's actually uncomfortable, and it's a very weird sensation seeing normal, seeing with my head. So it's actually normal like this, like my body has grown accustomed to where my head is at now, and it feels more comfortable this way than it does this way. So it's fucked up. I really wish my head wasn't planted at the ground, and then when I'm standing here normal, I had to, like, I crank my head up and stuff to look up, but my eyes are still turned more up to look straight, so everything's just like, it's fucked. Anyways, I'm gonna set you up before I gotta piss again. I gotta run and put my gym shorts on real fast, so I'm gonna set you up for my walk real fast. and go put my shorts on. It'll only take a second. I will be right back and we'll get to the walk. See, always forget something. Oh, and then I got big bitch here. Right, I switched yesterday, so that's not okay. All right. All right, let's do this. Wet the throat and the mouth. Okay. Okay. Still feel like I'm forgetting something. Ring is on and recording, always on display. Check the pressure so my lymphatic system can pump regular along with circulatory system. Check shorts, which bothers me all the time because the way my body is, you know, because I gotta rotate my hips out. It's nothing sits right anymore. He's on and connected. I hate having so many things on and connected, but it helps. It really, really helps knowing your metrics when you work out. Like it, because you can. So if I were to take these off for say a day, a week, a month of working out, I would damn near know exactly where my heart was at and how my body was reacting in conjunction with this, because I've been doing this for years and years religiously. It's like a nightmare Groundhog Day, even worse than the fucking movie was. It's just so, but I've recorded literally everything. The whole time I've done all this, I've recorded everything on this, and I've only started recording for about a year on this. But this, I've had watch 4, 6, 8, and 10 and recorded all my shit on all these. So 6 and 8s were the best ones. This thing feels like it was made in a ditch somewhere. The buttons, the rolly balls floppy and shit. It just seems slower than my 8. It's a real piece of shit. And even like it came dinged up. Like it literally came with the aluminum casing, like looks like someone scratched it with something. So yeah, the 10s are junk, absolute fucking junk. And I had to spend $500 on it. Anyways, okay. Now I'm kind of getting a, what do you call it? Colitis cramps now. But all right, indoor walk. Let's get this going so I can fucking be done with it. Alright, indoor walks rolling. Oh. See, even though you feel good, you think you're feeling really good, and then bam, you start getting cramps or you start getting some pain in your spine in certain spots. That's the worst part about chronic illnesses. You think you're feeling really good, and then, oh man, it feels like someone socked you in the gut. Alright. Hopefully I can walk this out. Oh, okay. Alright, here we go. 42 seconds in. Okay. Here we go. 2.7 for 1 mile. Feeling pretty good for the most part. Wish I could add weight. Is that like, it just makes unbelievable difference. Strengthens your ankles, your knees, your hips. And the rest of the day when you're walking around, it feels like the gravity's at like 0.8 G's and not a full 1 gravity. Because like you're a lot lighter on your feet. It's nuts. But you can feel the strength in your ankles and your knees and your hips more too. Walking's great, but throw 10 pounds on your back and do that every day for about a month. And, you only need to, well, you can see the results after like a week. It's fucking awesome. 89 beats. Hips are a little tight today. The walk should peel that back. If the walk doesn't do it, the fucking leg lifts will. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the hips are definitely tighter. Break them free. Don't sit around and bitch and complain about, oh! Get your fucking ass off the couch and move. Sick and tired of hearing people bitch and moan. Alright, make sure you got your arms moving. You want your fluid to flow freely up here as it does down here. Raise that energy. Stop acting stupid, you damn fucking sandal. Spit on it, that's great. Goddamn hips. Oh no, you're falling behind again. Not to mention the 10 is poor at following workouts compared to the 8 and even the 6. Quarter mile. Ah. .002 behind. 007 behind now. Quarter mile left. One oh three, 104 beats. piece of shit. 0.1 left. Mile, 22:58. Mile, 46 seconds left. Round up 23 minutes and 2-minute cool down. One 1.5. Well, my shoulder is, the shoulder feels a lot better. Like I said, if you don't work both sides of your body out, the equivalent, like my upper back, if I work my upper back a lot, if I don't work my chest out, then you start getting all kinds of pains, and you wonder where the pains are coming from. And my cane doesn't help with that whole scenario as well. So, but that I worked my chest yesterday, I feel soreness in my chest from the workout, but that's a lot of it's just soreness in that 0.9. But a lot of this upper back stuff is just sore, but I can still feel mild pain, discomfort still because of that whole thing. The cane just amplified the not working the front part of me out. But the front part of me is really hard to work out because my shoulders are, well, look at me. I mean, my shoulders just don't want to work right at all. They constantly hang out of the sockets, my arms. And I always do this, if you notice, and I'm always popping them back in. But my tendons in my shoulder are holding on to my shoulder like this. Instead of it sitting like this, the tendons are just my arms, and then I snap it back in, and then it hangs. So, and we're done. So I'm glad my tendons are strong, let's just put it that way, in my shoulders. Just see me in that little screen all fucking bent over looks fucking disgusting. Anyways, so I constantly do this because you'll hear a boom because it'll pop back. And not every time, but like almost every time I do that, one or both will pop. Because when I just do this, because I can't sit here and hold my shoulders back. And even though I can sit here and hold my shoulders back, it's not like if I'm standing straight and they're just sitting in the position they're supposed to. So they're always basically hanging to a degree, but this is uncomfortable, right? Like, it's just very uncomfortable being the condition of my spine and how my back's crunched and curling around. So I hang my shoulders just more regular, but they're, again, now I got my shoulder joint, my arm, my upper arm right here, and it's hanging. Then I pop it in, and then I'll let it go again, and then it'll just kind of hang, and then droop more, and then snap. I'll pop it in again. So, yeah. I'm actually flabbergasted I'm able to do the workouts I'm able to do with my upper body. Being how trash my shoulder section is, and I'm surprised I don't have a lot more pain throughout my shoulders. And the fucked up thing is, this shoulder hurts more than this shoulder most of the time. Because as you see, this shoulder hangs like lower and curled out like. So in order to be correct, I had to pull it up and over like this one is. But this shoulder hardly ever hurts. Literally hardly ever hurts. Until I toast it with my cane, and then everything kind of gets wanked for a week or so. This shoulder hurts all the time. But when this shoulder starts hurting, this one doesn't hurt at all. So when this one stops hurting, for some odd reason, this one will just start aching like it always does. And this one aches all the time. This one is the one that hurt. But now, this one hurts, and this one doesn't. They never really hurt together, ever. So it's like a weird balance. Like, this one always hurts, but then this shoulder realizes, well, this one's starting to hurt due to my cane, and who knows what other factors are going on. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh wow, he's hurting, so I'm not gonna hurt today or the rest of the week until he feels better. And then right when he starts feeling better, which usually is the one that feels good all the time, this one's like, oh fuck, well he ain't hurting, so I'm gonna start aching again. So I don't get it. Oh, here. Let's wash the fluid from under your eye. Get the bugs out. I forgot to do that. Wash, just lightly rub it. All you're doing is lightly rubbing your skin, and it whooshes it keeps the bags away and whooshes the fluid away. You do it repeatedly over and over and over and over again, you will never have bags. Again, if you got a fat head, you got to get rid of the fat first, because you're always going to have a bag if you have any kind of fat on your head. You got to have zero fat on your head. See I got like zero. See how there's no fat anywhere? This is all loose skin, but no fat. There's no fat on me at all on my head. Get rid of the fat on your head, and then every day just lightly whoosh it. Do it multiple times like I show you. So anyways, all right, walk's done. I'm gonna go take a piss, and I'll be right back with abs.